That is right. We are here with Danny motherfucking Green.
What a pleasure.
Good morning, boys. How are you?
Good, mate. How'd that Vegemite toast go down?
Really
Literally,
good.
he's eating it, and I've just played the song. That song is synonymous to me with Greenie.
Almost every day, Vegemite toast. So,
To
I
the
can't
song?
get enough of it. And I said, as I said before, no, not to the song. If it's on the radio, I'll blast it. I'll play it up. But I love Vegemite and I love toast, and that's just been a staple of my life since since I can remember.
How good's that? Two Australian icons
It is.
appreciating each other.
And I just paddled out, and by the time I got to him, he was literally on his last legs, and I grabbed him by the hair and just pulled him up, and then threw him on the board, and waited for a wave to come through, and said, "Mate, just fucking hang on," and just pushed him in. And he's hanging on, and that was it. And then just swam back in, and he was all right.
Because rabbits is not a place you want to be
Yeah.
stuck if you're not experienced.
Yeah, but the funniest thing was, so tonight, tracked him down, and somehow someone ran the news, and so they came down to South and tracked us down and did a story, and they gave him a bit of money. I think he might have said, "I want some money for it," so they gave him a bit of money for it. And the funniest thing was, I was at Coles or IGA, or one of the places down there in Dunsborough 2 days later, and there's a bloke in there with a trolley, just spilling out with just the best food, like, you know, chips, chocolates, lollies, beers, all kind of shit. And it was him, and he'd been paid a fucking, and he was telling the lady, he was telling them all about it. He dropped my name, you know, "Oh, Danny Green saved me, rah, rah." He was telling everyone the story, mate. He was fucking stoked.
Bought some floaties.
It was awesome.
I picture a lot of Tim Tams in the trolley.
Export. Good on him. What a legend.
Some fighters are very good, and they can handle it, and they can really have a lot of skill, and they can fight real well, and they really want to go, but they don't have the durability physically to handle it, or they don't have the balls. So to get to that level, you obviously can take a good shot. But when him with his shot, bang, he's going, it's just kind of pissed him off. Just made him angry. It's like, far out, you know. Plus I broke my hand. I knew I broke it straight away.
So that's just
It's
calcified.
bone. Yeah, calcified bone. A couple of broken bones in there. But I knew I'd done it. I was like, and then he broke my hand. I dropped him round 2 with a left hook, and then he broke my nose badly in round 2. Like, really, it was a fucking real bad break. And round 3 started coming on. I was still leading after round 2. It was bananas. Everyone was spinning out. No one gave me a chance. Laurie Lawrence is up and down the hall, was throwing those kangaroos in the crowd, and it was like,
Do you feed off that vibe, or are you just in the zone too much?
You're in a zone, but you really are in a zone, so you can hear what your corner's saying. You dialed into what's going on. You just dialed in this guy in front of you, and you kind of you don't really, but you can. It does work.
Yeah,
I guess it works before the fight, knowing there's that love and support out there. That really does drive you, enables you, gives you that extra bit of, I don't know, it just gives you a bit more kick in your step. When the fight's on, you don't really hear it as much. If it's dead silent and you're getting towed up, you really fucking notice it then, though. There is corruption in boxing, but there's corruption in
Everywhere.
AFL,
corporate
NRL,
world, everything.
Yeah.
corporate world. The white collar corruption's just look at our tax system. So
I
people
guess
who earn,
the difference is a lot of that stuff, the corruption's happening behind closed doors, whereas with boxing, you're physically seeing it. Like
it's
Triple
hard.
G, Canelo, did you think that was...
that rematch shouldn't be taken. Oh, do I think it was a draw?
Yeah.
I think it was very close to pick, but the fact that Triple G gets another shot at him, that's bullshit.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, that Canelo gets another
Yeah.
shot. Tested positive twice.
From
That's-
tacos.
Yeah.
Yeah, what the meat? Mad Max.
No, that's tacos. They could be heavy duty.
Yeah.
But it's just wrong. So boxing always gets a bad rap. The education system, headmasters can be corrupt and do the wrong thing, you know. But it's not just boxing. But we get, because Hollywood portrays it. But you look at I always go back to the Catholic Church.
Yeah.
These people that are supposed to be pillars of society, they're fucking cretins, and they should hang them in public.
Yeah, there's
you want to
examples
fuck with a
of
kid? That's what happens. Hang them in public, and be done with them, and just move onwards. Move on, and that'll weed the scum out. But now these guys are bringing it back through. Joshua, big, strong, good-looking rooster, can handle himself in the public.
Would Joshua go in as a favourite for that fight, you think?
In England, I probably would say so. Wilder can punch. Wilder's wild.
Yeah.
Excuse the pun. He's wild. He's, pretty unpredictable, and
Yeah.
he can really whack. But, put these guys in against Lennox Lewis, mate, they don't stand a chance.
Yeah.
The guy, Evander Holyfield,
Yeah.
Holyfield will break their hearts.
Yeah.
Break them down. No disrespect to these guys.
That era was like the golden era. There wasn't one of many golden eras boxing scene.
Look, you look at, I don't know, man, it's tough.
Yeah.
Then you use Floyd Mayweather. Throw Floyd in against a prime Sugar Ray Leonard, please.
Yeah.
Sugar Ray doesn't get touched.
What was it like meeting Muhammad Ali? And did you get to have a good chat with him? And
No, I didn't get to chat with him real well because
he was best health.
Parkinson's disease. I've had kind of taken its toll fairly badly.
Yeah.
So it was kind of it was hard. You know, it was hard for him to speak.
Yeah.
So he wasn't really communicating.
Yeah.
But when the guy told him that I was a professional, a boxer on the Australian Olympic team when I met him at the Olympic Games, he took his sunnies off and mate just lit up. He wasn't saying much with his eyes, so his eyes were telling the story.
Yeah.
But he couldn't communicate with me properly. And he'd reach around, he'd grab me over the shoulder, and he'd give me that one there. And I shit myself.
He squared up to
one there and just slapped him on the back. He's about broke his neck.
Yeah.
Just going like that. And the bloke had my camera. The guy who's doing the running the show. He was all.
Yeah.
It was an old Hanamex camera, 24 shot from the chemist I got there.
Oh, the old Kodak.
Yeah, so I can do the maths. Simple, not a guess. It's a mathematical kind of equation that I've lowballed. It's in excess of 60,000 times.
Do you feel any effects at the moment? Like, do you get headaches or anything like that? Or
not a great deal, but my memory isn't as good as it used to be. And sometimes my memory is very poor, but in other times it's boom. But
again,
I've always been
that
like
might
that.
not be from boxing because my memory's shit house.
Yeah. That's from
But I've
Tim
always
Tams.
been that way. I've always had a really poor concentration span.
Yeah.
And my short-term memory's always been really poor. My long-term memory's really good. So that's always been that way. So I'm like, well, and I get really scared and worried. And I go, hang on, I've always been that way. But I'm definitely going to suffer the effects. You can't do what I did to my brain.
Yeah.
For that long.
You've had a good life anyway.
But I wouldn't turn the clock back because
exactly.
it's enabled me to have a life that I dreamed of and set my family up for the future. So that's life, you know.
It was funny that Quade Cooper's fight with Jack McGuinness before yours.
Just shocking.
So
Should never have happened.
So for people that haven't seen it, they were calling him the fat kid from Hey Dad.
So we got to choose half of that. Really shits me, not you. The fact that fight was able to happen on the undercard. We chose half, they chose half. You see the fights we put on the undercard, and you see the fights they put on.
Yeah.
So who's they?
Just a freak
Chocks.
show.
So Chocks half. So because it was a 50-50 thing, we couldn't agree on. We said we want to put all the fights on. We'll put a good show on. You'll put on fucking clowns, and they did. So it was just disappointing, you know. Quade fighting that guy should never happen.
It was like that guy was just the kiosk and just got called up to the ring or something.
Yeah,
He was a tough kid though.
Yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
he?
mate, good fella.
Yeah.
It just shouldn't have happened. It was like, what are the crowd watching this shit for? But once again, but at that stage, I was I don't want to know about it.
You wouldn't be. Would you be watching the pre-fights? You're just too busy warming up, doing your thing.
just chilling. We're sitting in each other, this mate.
Yeah. That cheap shot you copped, had that ever happened to you before, or was that first of them?
It's a coward's punch, mate. So
That was so bad.
Yeah. What round was that? Round
it was a minute in the first round.
minute into the first round, and the judges separated you, and then he's just. So you didn't even have your hands up. You weren't even looking at him, eh?
The judge had my right arm pinned. I'll show you after. The judge had my right arm pinned. His left hand was on me, and he was telling me, let him go, let him go. Mundine was standing behind me. So you can't punch someone from behind anyway. Not in the ring, not in boxing. Anyway, but especially in boxing, the rules are you can't. And the referee had separated us, and my left arm was pinned behind Chock's shoulder. My right arm's pinned there with the referee pulling my arm back the whole time. And so as a fighter, you learn when that happens, the referee's there, okay, you relax, you go, cool, because that's your time. Every second you can get to chill and relax just slows your motor down, which enables you to fight harder during the process. And then, bang, I remember getting cracked. I don't remember, I just got smashed from behind. And the referee was out of his depth, this fucking imbecile he was a Mexican-American guy and he was a fucking imbecile. And was out of his depth, didn't take a point off and didn't give me 5 minutes to recover. And the rules are an intentional foul, 5 minutes to recover. Even not intentional, a foul.
Yeah.
If it's like that, I'm better off
Did you ever
getting,
ask him after? Why didn't I get my...
No,
He
I didn't speak to the grub.
Fuck, that was just unbelievable.
So, yeah, but the matter got the
But to
the
come back
victory.
from that is
That's all
just
that
Come
matters.
back as well. You were just it didn't
feel
really
good
stop
story
you,
in the
yeah.
end.
No, it didn't stop me. It would have been nice to have fought not being so heavily concussed.
Yeah.
You know, like I was pretty fucked. But I waited 10 years for that.
Another guy on Instagram asked, what would you rather, lose all your world titles or have to shine Anthony Mundine's shoes for a month and look him in the eye?
Shiny shoes.
Yeah.
No problem. It's easy. Shiny shoes.
Then knock him
I
out.
like the conviction with these responses. No thought, eh? A lot of the time people ponder these, but you're just bang.
Yeah.
I like them. They're good fun.
Yeah. We had some funny questions. You definitely, as soon as you put up that post of you definitely one of, obviously we already knew you're one of Australia's favourite like sons, because everyone was so pumped on it and they were writing in so many questions and just stoked to have you on.
Ask away.
Even you wrote a question to yourself asking him why he's so handsome.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Experience, but Golovkin has a huge audience because he's exciting to watch. As far as like, generally if someone gets put away. So in the sport of boxing, when someone's putting someone away, people want to follow it.
Yeah.
And there's no slide on Lomachenko because he's putting him away.
Yeah.
But he's not putting him away in the same fashion that, say, Triple G does. Triple G puts him away with, those thudding bombs. Yeah. And he's just got that mystery about him. Yeah. He's like a Russian, a Kazakhstani De La Hoya. Yes, I'm very happy. Yeah. He's always smiling. He's like dollar signs. He's counting the dollars. Yes. He's just got that charisma.
Yeah.
But that mystery about him, Golovkin.
Yeah.
And he's just wicked to watch.
Yeah. Dana White, I saw a picture with him once. How'd you meet him? Some people throw out that Dana White might be the best promoter ever in any sport.
I wouldn't disagree. Like UFC's production, their rise to prominence in sport, the fastest growing sport in the world, has been nothing short of meteoric. It's been incredible. So without doubt, the UFC and Dana White's pivotal in that. I have to agree. They have to be he'd be the best promoter of sport in the world. And the boxing promotions just put to shame by the UFC's promotion, how they do it. And I'm looking at it going, man, this is the only way to do it. And they've got so much money behind them. They do a great job. Whereas you get the boxing guys and it's just really bad. And with all respect to the boxing guys, that's me, we could do so much more and do it so much better. When the UFC was here in end of 15, when Rousey
Holly Holm.
Yeah, I was so glad to see that because she's, I don't rate her as a fighter at all. And just the fact that she was on the cover of a boxing magazine and
the way she took the losses too showed her character, how she was so bitter.
Come on, man. Yeah. The commentators were saying that she'd beat half the blokes in the UFC.
Yeah,
please, those fucking imbeciles.
Yeah, exactly.
They deserve a slap across the face for being so weak and just trying to hold their job. It was terrible. Yeah. She's terrible. Just so terrible.
Got hyped up, yeah.
Oh, I've never seen a company do the UFC did a con job on the whole world. Yeah. and great, good luck to her, mate. She's, as far as there was really frustrating that she was being painted out to be the best fighter on the planet, and everyone just imbeciles bought into it. It's like,
I remember chatting to you before the Conor McGregor Mayweather fight, and you probably won't even remember because you probably got asked 1,000 times, but you basically said to me exactly what happened.
Not hard to see. I'm not an expert. Yeah. It wasn't hard to see what was going to happen. We played all day. It was a great business, move on both their behalves. It was huge, and that's what it was. Yeah. The fight was real. They were in there fighting each other. There was no con job on the fight, but the whole thing was just. How does it happen? Yeah. But it happened because we all want to see it. I paid to see it. Yeah. I want to see it. I was interested to see it. I knew what was going to happen, but being that human being, you got that kind of voyeuristic side to it. It was exciting to see. So it was a great spectacle for sport. Yeah. Not for boxing, not for UFC. Just for sport. It was like, man, what was going on? So it was really exciting and interesting to see what was going to happen. The only thing that upset me greatly was those 3 stupid press conferences, one in New York and London.
Oh, yeah. What
was that about?
Yeah. They just dragged on a bit, didn't they?
They actually ran out of things to say. Yeah. It just got a bit stupid.
Maybe want to just
pelt them,
like have flamethrowers and set them on light. They were just so bad. Like people watching that, and to me that helps shape that influences young people's minds. Yeah. So young people watching that, Floyd's running around stage going, because he didn't know what to say. He was just yelling this shit out, and dickheads in the crowd are screaming, wanting more. Like, you're the man, you're the man. Like, you're acting like a fucking child who's just lost his dummy. He's 2 years old, like, lying on the shopping centre floor screaming.
Out of his backpack. Yeah.
It's just it was a really, really poor look. Yeah. The funniest thing was when he threw the money at the backpack, and then McGregor goes, "They're $1 bills."
Yeah, McGregor schooled him.
Smoked him. But it didn't need to happen. If they could have just sat down and just gone, "Hey, I'm gonna fight you. You're gonna fight me. Let's get on. I respect you. Respect me," because they did respect each other. Yeah.